or global virtual network peering. And we have also seen uh, VNet peering in multiple subscription. I would say between two subscriptions, right? So these are the three things. Okay, we have seen yesterday. Just to recap. Okay, so today let us discuss about VNet to VNet. I would say VNet to VNet VPN. I would say same way. Okay, like yesterday. So we are establishing the communication between two VNets, right? But here by setting up certain VPN gateways. Okay, how can we establish the communication? We'll see today. So this we call it as a VNet to VPN configuration. So to do that, okay, so I'll walk you through the document first. I would say VNet to VNet VPN. Okay, so here you could see configure a VNet to VNet VPN gateway connection. Let me go to the Microsoft document here, and here we go. So what I'm doing here now is so let's say this is my entire virtual network, and this is also one more virtual network. So for this virtual networks, okay, I'm going to have a VPN gateway. Okay, here one VPN gateway, here one more gateway, and I will establish the connection between these two VPN gateways. Okay, the difference between these normal VPN VNet peering and a VNet to VNet VPN is here the communication between the networks is a private communication. But whereas with the VNet to VNet VPN, okay, the traffic will be routed via internet. That means it's a public communication, and it will be encrypted using this particular VPN gateways. Okay, if you see here, this article help you to connect virtual networks by using a VNet to VNet connection type. The virtual network types can be different region or from the different subscriptions. Yesterday we have seen, right, this particular VNet to VNet will work the virtual networks in a different regions are from a different subscriptions also. When you connect a VNet from a different subscription, the subscription don't need to associate it with the same Active Directory tenant. This is what we have seen already yesterday. Okay. So if at all if you wanted to do it, okay, using portal, PowerShell or any other different ways, okay, you can see it here. So for now I'll walk you through the portal. So to walk you through the high level step by steps here, so maybe let's say let me draw a diagram so that it will be easy for you. Okay, same thing like yesterday. What I'm doing here is, okay, let's say I'll take a two VNets. Okay, this is my VNet one, or else let's say I'll take it here so that I can put some steps here. I'll start from here. So let's say this is my VNet one and this is my VNet two. Okay, so yesterday what we did, okay, just to set up the peering, okay, we just went and we have created a VNet peering here, right? So today, okay, if at all if I wanted to perform this particular VNet to VNet configuration, so whereas okay, so my traffic should be routed via internet, and those traffic will be encrypted by using these particular IPsec tunnels with the help of this particular VPN gateways. So here now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a two VPN gateways now. So here, okay, let's say here I'm going to create a one VPN gateway, and here also I'm going to create one more VPN gateway for these two virtual networks. Okay, compared to VNet peering, in additionally I'm creating a VPN gateways and attaching these VPN gateways to the virtual networks. Very simple. And then after I will establish the communication or a connection between these two gateways. Okay, so let me list out the names here so that it will be easy for you. So, so this is my VNet. Can you please be on mute? Thanks. So it's my VNet 2. Okay. So this is my VPN gateway. So let's say this is a VPN gateway. I would say VPN gateway 1. Okay. Okay, that's okay. So let's say this is my VPN gateway 2. Okay. So I'm creating a VNet 1 and VNet 2. It could be anything. Okay, these VNet should be in the same region or a different region or a different subscription. It could be anything. Okay, so here, okay, on a high level, what I'm configuring is like VNet to VNet. Okay, VNet to VNet VPN configuration. I'm performing. Okay, so now, okay, so if at all if I wanted to create a VPN gateways, okay, it will take a lot of time and it will be pretty expensive also. We'll see how we can do it. And before that, if at all if you wanted to create any VPN gateways, okay, you should be having a separate subnet called gateway subnet. Let's say I'll take this particular coloring here, or else I'll go with this. Okay, if at all if you wanted to create any VPNs here, we should be having a separate subnet called gateway subnet, same as here as well. Okay, so this we call it as a gateway subnet. And here also same, let's say this is gateway subnet 1, I'll call it here. Okay, I'll say gateway subnet 2. Okay, within Azure, if at all if you wanted to create a VPN gateways, you should be having a separate subnet called gateway subnet, and within that gateway subnet, okay, we'll be creating this particular VPN gateways. Okay, so let us go ahead and see how we can perform this activity. So later, okay, I will list out the steps here, okay, to make to understand you more better. Okay, first I'll go ahead and create a VNet 1, and after creating a VNet 1, I'll go ahead and create a separate subnet called gateway subnet, and after that, okay, I'll go ahead and create a VPN gateway. So that is for the VNet 1. Same way, even for the VNet 2 also, first I'll create a VNet 2, and later I'll create a separate subnet called gateway subnet, and I'll create a gateway 2. Okay, so after performing these two, okay, I need to go to the connections, and from there, okay, I need to choose the connectivity type as a VNet to VNet. So let me quickly walk you through the steps here in the portal. So I'll go back here, and if I go to the resource groups here, so yeah, here I have one resource group which is already created. So I'll go ahead and create a VNet here first. I would say VNet. Okay, so it is giving something different, but here I have. This is directly giving the gateway. So let me go to the virtual network itself. Okay, so this is the virtual network. So let me create a virtual network first. So this is the virtual network, and here I'll just simply name it as a VNet 1. And the rest of the IP details I'm going with the defaults. And here if you see, I'm getting a different subnet and IP ranges. Okay, that is fine. Let me click on create. Same way, okay, I'll go ahead and create a VNet 2 also. It should be same region or a different region. Okay, so I'll go back here, and I'll go back to this particular resource group again. And from here, okay, I'll go ahead and create a one more resource. I would say virtual network. Okay, so this time I'm going to create a virtual network 2. And here, okay, I'll say VNet 2. And here I'm choosing the same region. If at all if you wanted to go with a different region also, you can go with the different region. Let's say I'll go with the East to S2, and let me click on create, and let me click on fine. So now what I have done is, okay, I have done with this particular setup. I have created VNet 1 and VNet 2. So now if at all if I wanted to create this particular VPN gateways and both the VNets, okay, I should be creating a separate subnet called gateway subnet. Okay, let me go ahead and create this particular gateway subnets first. So I'll go back here, I'll go to the resource groups, and within this resource group, if I do refresh, I should be able to see the both the VNets. So till the time, okay, let me navigate to the VNet 1, and within a VNet 1, if I navigate to this particular option called subnets, okay, so here I put separate option called, if at all if I wanted to add a new subnet, okay, this subnet option I used to click on, and I used to enter the IP, right? So now I have a requirement to create a gateway subnet. So to create a gateway subnet, okay, here you could see. So when I click on a gateway subnet, okay, it will not allow you to edit the name. Okay, because within Azure, if at all if you wanted to create certain resources, okay, you should be having a separate subnet, okay, with a separate specific names. If you remember, if at all if you wanted to enable Azure Bastion, so we have created a separate subnet called Azure Bastion subnet. Same way here, if at all if you wanted to create a VPN gateways, we will be creating a separate subnet called gateway subnet. Okay, and it is taking a default IP ranges, and I'm just going with the defaults and clicking on save. Okay, so here you need to come and you need to create a gateway subnet. Okay, this I am done, and let me go to the VNet 2, and for the VNet 2 also let me go ahead and create a separate gateway subnet. You can see here I have created a separate subnet called gateway subnet. And let me come back to the resource group here, and I'll go back to the virtual network too. And here also I'll be navigating to the subnets, and within the subnets I'll be creating a gateway subnet for here as well. And let me click on save. So if you see here, I'm done with creating a VNet and subnets, both the VNet 1 and VNet 2. Done. So now I have to create a VPN gateways. Okay. So let me come back here. I'll go back to the resource group again. So here, okay, I can just simply type. Okay. So VPN gateway, or else, okay, let's say virtual network gateway. Okay. Here you could see virtual network gateway. Okay, so here you could see the certain content here, like a virtual network gateway is a software VPN device for Azure Virtual Network. Okay, so maybe probably if you are already working, okay, if at all if you wanted to connect to your office network, you might be using certain VPNs, right? Like a Cisco VPN or Open SSL, something different VPNs you will be having. Same thing here. That is for your office network. Same way here also, okay, we'll be using a separate VPN. Okay, so for this particular Azure Virtual Network. Okay, so this VPN, okay, will be using to set up the site-to-site VPN connections, or else, okay, we also go with the VNet to VNet VPN connection. Okay, so if at all if you wanted to go through the document, okay, so you can come back here and you can just navigate to the documentation. Okay, so here you could see the VPN gateway related document, and if at all if you wanted to see how to create and how to manage, you can directly navigate from here. Okay, so this is what the setup we are doing now. Okay, we have created VNet, and within VNet we will be creating a separate subnet, and will be attaching this particular VPN gateway. And this is the symbol of the VPN gateway. And if you come down, okay, you can see the process how to create a VPN gateway also. Okay, so let me walk you through this particular steps for now. Okay, so let me come back to the portal and let me click on create. Yeah, so while we creating a VPN gateway, so by the way, it is pretty expensive and it will take minimum 20 minutes to 30 minutes for creating this VPN gateway. So for that reason, I'm not going to create a VPN. I'll create a one VPN gateway for now, and let's see. So if you see here, by default, I'm choosing the free trial subscription, and this resource group, okay, will be selected based on the virtual network that you choose. Okay, if I come down here, and this is my virtual network, and here I need to choose my virtual network, because my virtual network VNet 1 is in a west to east region. So if, based on the region, okay, your VNet will be displayed here. Make sure that you should remember the virtual networks. Let's say if I choose the east to east 2, I should be able to see the VNet 2 here, because I have created a VNet 2 in a east to east 2. So for now, let me go with the west to east, and here, okay, let me choose the VNet. And as soon as I choose the VNet, and here you could see the resource group, by default it is coming and delivered from the virtual network resource group. And at the same time, okay, here the subnet is default selected as a gateway subnet, because if at all if you wanted to create any VPN gateways, you should be having a separate subnet called gateway subnet. Fine. So let me come back here. I'll give some name here, and I'll say uh, VNet 1 VPN gateway. Okay, so because okay, I'm just attaching this particular VPN gateway to the VNet 1, that's why okay, I just mentioned it as a VNet 1 VPN gateway. And the reason I'm going with the default. And here we have a two types of gateway types. Okay, so one is like a VPN, and one more is like a express route. Okay, so forget about the express route for now. Okay, we'll come back and create a express route later. So this express route is one of the method. Okay, if at all if you wanted to have a communication between your on-premises network to Azure network. So this we'll discuss later. For now, okay, just go with the VPN device. And here we have a two types of VPN types. Okay, so if at all, like say let's come back here. So whenever I create a two VPN here, right, the data transfer will be happens based on this particular VPN types what we choose, root based or policy based. This is very important. Okay, let me quickly walk you through what is the major difference between root based and policy based. Okay, so let me explain you, okay, with this particular diagram here. Okay, so when you go with a policy based VPN example, let's say, okay, for example here, okay, if VPN type, if I choose it as a policy based, what will happen is, okay, so whenever you're transferring certain data, okay, so the authentication will happen upon the prefixes. Let's say if you are connecting to two networks, okay, so let's say this is Azure network only, forget about on-premises network, and whenever you're transferring certain data, okay, so and first, okay, it will authenticate the IP address prefixes. Let's say my Azure virtual network IP is 10.1. Okay, here you could see the starting from 10.1, and here the another VPN IP is starting from 10.2. Okay, if these two matches, then and only your data transfer will happen. That is with a policy based. And when you go with a route based, okay, it is any to any. Okay, traffic selectors any to any. It could be anything. Okay, like 10.1 or whatever it is, it will not look for this particular prefixes mapping. Okay, so when you compare with the policy based, okay, route based, okay, the data transfer will be too fast because it is not wasting time to identify the prefixes of the IP addresses. Okay, if at all, if you wanted to have a fast data transfer, will default go with a route based, or else if you wanted to go with a policy based, okay, it will authenticate the IP prefixes first. Okay, so these are the high level major two differences. Okay, if at all, if you wanted to go with in detail, okay, what are the supporting, and here you could see, okay, first it will check the mapping, and it will not exist. Okay, it will it will not establish the connection itself. Okay, so let's come back to the portal. So for now I'll go with a root base. And when you go with a root based, okay, here we have like a different skews, different gateways. Okay, let me walk you through these pricing tiers here. So this is based on the how much of bandwidth, okay, that you wanted. Okay, so if I come down, yeah, yeah, here we go. Okay, gateway skews. Okay, whenever you say skew, okay, it is related to the pricing. Okay, so just simply remember, okay, whenever you say skew, it is simply related to the pricing in Azure. Okay, so based on this particular skews, okay, here you could see, okay, basic, gateway 1, gateway 2, gateway 3, and when you see AZ, okay, for this particular gateway will be having a availability zones. Okay, so likewise, okay, you can see the generation 1 and generation 2. Here if I go back here, so this is generation 2, and for the generation 1, okay, I have only this type of these many skew types. Okay, if I come back here, so this is the gateway generation. For the generation 1, I have only these many queues, and you can see the currently we are using uh, not the site to site, yeah, site to site or a VNet to VNet tunnel we are going to create now. For this particular site to site and VNet to VNet tunnel, here you could see certain tunnels, okay, maximum 30 tunnels we can create. And if you come down, if you go at the end, okay, you can see the aggregated throughput. That means, okay, the data transfer will be like up to 1 gigabytes per second, and we can go with a maximum of 1.25 gigabyte per second if we choose this particular sizes. And if you go to the generation 2, and if you choose additional sizes, we can go with up to 10 gigabyte speeds per second. It is like the bandwidth, okay, how fast, okay, your data will be transferred. Okay, so for now I'm going with the defaults here. Okay, since ours is a free tier account, and I'll go with a minimal one. Okay, just to avoid the certain uh, pricings. Okay, let's come back here. I'll go with the generation 1, and I'll go with the default as a VPN gateway 1. So these are the two mostly related to the pricing. And I have chosen my virtual network, and I have chosen my subnet. And in addition to that, okay, I need to create a separate public IP here. So let me create a new public IP here, and I would say VNet 1 gateway IP. And in a simple words, I'm just naming it as a pub IP. And by default, whenever you go with this particular pricing tags, let's say upon this particular SKU, by default this particular IP allocation will be coming as a dynamic. And let's say if you change it to the different, let's say this time, okay, I'll go with different option, or maybe it's all depends on the type of VPN that you choose also in a different region. Okay, so by default here the IP allocation coming as a basic, so let's say I'll go with the previous one, and we will be not able to allow this particular standard static or dynamic. So for the people, okay, who are having confusion what is static, what is dynamic, so when you keep a dynamic IP, so whenever you stop and restart this particular gateway, your IP will be keep changing. Okay, so if at all if you wanted to have a constant, okay, we can go with the static. Okay, we'll discuss this particular IP configuration also in upcoming sessions. Okay, so this remaining options I'm going with the default. Okay, so BGP configuration and active mode configuration, I'm not going to keep it. So this BGP is majorly to monitor the your IP ranges. Okay, from which network, which IP to which IP your traffic is coming. So those stuff. So remaining details I'm going with the defaults here, and let me review and create it. Okay, so now what I'm doing is, okay, if I go back here, I'm creating this particular VPN gateway and I'm attaching this particular VPN gateway to the VNet one. So if I click on create now, so it will take minimum 30 minutes or 20 minutes for creating this particular VPN gateway. Okay, so uh, am I audible? Hello.
You're audible now.
All right, thanks. Okay, there was a power issue. So power gun. Okay. Okay, so let me initiate a creation of VPN gateway once again. So if you see here a validation failed, okay, let's see what is the error here. Okay, this is already public IP, same name. Okay, let me give the different name here. Uh, gateway public IP, I would say 01, and let me click on review and create. Yeah, so validation is done. So let me, so it is going to create now. So same way you have to create a one more VPN. Okay, so one more VPN gateway you have to create, and once you're done with the creation of both the VPN gateways, okay, so just simply go back to the connections. Okay, here you could see certain future certain service, okay, called connection. Okay, so under this connection here you could see, okay, when I click on this particular connection, I say a deployment is failed. Why? Let me go back here. Another operation on the dependent resource is in progress. To retrieve the status of the operation, okay, all right, it is already creating, I think, due to deployment failed to submit deployment. Let me come back here and let's see the progress. I'll go to the resource group first, and on a resource group I see a VPN gateway is getting created. If at all if I wanted to monitor the deployment status, I can go to this particular deployment also, and here I would see a deployment is in progress. Okay, so since my network got some conflict, so I'm not able to see it. Yeah, that's fine. So here I would see one deployment is already in progress. Okay, so let's not disturb that. Okay, so it is going to create a VPN gateway for me now, and here you could see this is a VPN gateway, that is virtual network gateway, which is going to create, and along with a public IP. Oh, so this we can delete it. I'll just say yes. Okay, same way. Okay, so just create a one more VPN gateway here, same as like a VNet one. Let's say I'll go ahead and initiate now. Let's see if at all if it is gets created by end of this particular hour, till in another half an hour, we'll go ahead and establish the connectivity. Okay, I'll go ahead here and add it, and I would say virtual network gateway. Okay, and let me click on create. And here, okay, so now this time I wanted to create a VPN gateway 2. So this VPN gateway 2, I wanted to attach it to the VNet 2. So my VNet 2 was created under East to S2. So here, okay, I need to choose the region as a East to S2. So let me go up, and somewhere here you could see the East to S2, and here you could see the virtual network, to which virtual network you wanted to attach this particular VPN gateway. So this V gateway I wanted to attach it to the VNet 2, and here, okay, I'll just name it as you know VNet 2 VPN gateway. Okay, and this rest other option VPN type I'm going with as a VPN, and VPN types, okay, I'm going with the root based, and I'm going to create a new public IP. I would say VNet 2 gateway public IP, I will say. And the rest of the options I'm going with the defaults, and let me click on create. Make sure whenever you create a VPN gateways, and once you're done with practice, delete them immediately. Otherwise, within 1 or 2 days, okay, your entire collapsed, because VPN gateways, okay, are for your information. Okay, if you want me to show you the pricing here, yeah, here I can walk you through the pricing. Okay, so VPN gateway pricing here you could see upon the region. Okay, let's say I'll go with an Indian rupees. Okay, per hour, if you see here, we went with the VPN gateway one, right? Okay, generation one and VPN gateway one, and the bandwidth I'm getting as a 650 Mbps, and it will be charged, okay, 13 rupees per hour. That means if you leave it like that, and per hour it will charge you almost 14 rupees. That means in a day, almost like let's say, okay, so 14 into 24. Okay, per day it will be charged almost like a 336 rupees, and the rest other credits will collapse just. Okay, so I you go with additional VPN configurations, let's say if I go with a VPN gateway 5, it will be charging you close to 250 rupees per month. Okay, and similarly when you go with availability zone features, okay, it will be costing you more than that. Okay, so that's why I strongly recommend once you're done with the practice, delete them immediately. Okay, so coming back here, so now what I did it, okay, so I created a VPN gateway 1 and attached it to the VNet 1, and created a VPN gateway 2, attached it to the VNet 2. So once I'm done with these two, I can simply go back to these connections. I'll go back to the connections here on the top once again. Let's click on connections, and here, okay, I can just create a connection. So when I click on create a connection, what happens is, okay, so here you could see I can choose any one of the resource group. Let's go ahead and choose the same resource group, and here you need to choose the connection type. So at this moment we are just discussing about the VNet to VNet. We haven't discussed anything about the site to site. Okay, so let's blindly choose the VNet to VNet. Okay, this I'll come back in the upcoming sessions now. And the connection type, I have to choose the VNet to VNet, and I need to give the name. I would say VNet 1 to VNet 2 VPN, and you can just create in any one of the region. If I go to the next settings, okay, here it will ask you to choose the first virtual network gateway and second virtual network gateway. This gateway you have to pass it there, and this gateway you have to pass it there. VNet 1 to VNet 2 VPN, and you can just create in any one of the region. If I go to the next settings, okay, here it will ask you to choose the first virtual network gateway and second virtual network gateway. This gateway you have to pass it there, and this gateway you have to pass it there. And if I click a drop down, and here you could see I'm able to see both the virtual network gateways. They are in a grade mode because they haven't created fully yet. Once they are created, I will be choosing this particular VNet gateway 1 here and the second virtual network gateway here. And after that, okay, I will be creating a separate SAID key. Make sure, if at all, if I wanted to establish the communication between both the VPN gateways, the key should be same. Okay, once again I'm repeating, this is very important. Okay, after you create passing these two gateways here, if at all, if you wanted to have a communication between these two VPN gateways, the key SAID key, if at all, if I wanted to establish the communication between both the VPN gateways, the key should be same. Okay, once again I'm repeating, this is very important. Okay, after you create passing these two gateways here, if at all, if you wanted to have a communication between these two VPN gateways, the key SAID key should be same. Okay, let's say here, okay, I'll give the example as a password at the rate of 1234, right? So after passing these two, and you can see the IKE protocol, okay, by default here it is coming as IKE version 2, and the rest of the details, okay, here you could see. Okay, let's say use a Azure private IP address. If at all, if you wanted to use any private IP address, you can choose it. Or if you wanted to enable the BGP, okay, for monitoring your traffic, okay, you can choose it. Since, okay, I haven't selected this, okay, it is giving some warnings now. And IPsec tunnel, okay, so policy, you wanted to go with the default or you wanted to go with the custom. Okay, how do you wanted to perform the encryption on this particular available features? I can go with this all this. So for now, let's go with everything as a default, and use policy based on the topic selector. Okay, so if at all, if I enable this, okay, upon this, whatever the default policy I had, it will be chosen by default, and I can just tags and review and create it, and then this particular communication will be established between these two VNets, and this time the communication will be routed via public internet, and this traffic will be encrypted using this particular IPsec tunnel and with the help of this particular VPN gateway. I'll go back to the documentation again. So here, okay, there we are creating a IPsec tunnel, and the traffic will be routed from this particular network to this network resources. Okay, the communication will happen via route based because we have to chosen as a route based. And why do we use a VPN gateway? Is whatever the data that you are transferring, whatever the communication is happening, okay, using this particular VPN gateways, we can encrypt the traffic. That is the purpose of this particular VPN gateways. Okay, maybe even in the interviews, okay, you might get a question, why do we use the VPN gateways? Okay, very simple, we'll be encrypting the traffic. Okay, so this is the high level steps, okay, for configuring the VNet to VNet VPN gateways. Okay, so you can go through the document here if at all if you wanted to create. Okay, same thing here. I'll walk you through this once again. So first we'll be creating a VNet and we'll be creating a VPN gateway. Same thing, okay, we'll be creating another VNet and we'll be creating a VPN. And once you're done with we create a configuration here. Okay, okay, with the screenshots, how we are creating a VPN gateways and what are the details we are passing it here. And once we have, okay, we are creating a VNet 4, that is VNet 2. And this connection option will be available under this particular VPN gateway also, or else we can go with a separate connection type. And here we will be giving the connection type as a VNet to VNet. Here you can see the connection type and you can pass some name, and we can choose the both the VPN gateways. First VNet gateway and second VNet gateway, and we can just pass certain you know certain shared key here. This is the shared key. You could see ABC123 they have given. So this key should be same, and you can just click on OK. And once it is done, okay, you will be able to establish a connection between these two. Here you could see this is the connection. Okay, you'll be able to see. And to evaluate this particular connection, same like yesterday, you can see create a one VM here with a public IP, create a one more VM with a private IP, and try to take an RDP of the VM2 from a VM1. It should work. Okay, let me quickly list out the high level step what we have done here. Okay, so the first thing what we have done is, okay, we have created a VNet 1. Okay, and second thing, okay, we have created a separate subnet called gateway subnet. This is very very important. Okay, so when you talk about, I have an experience creating a VNet to VNet VPN configuration, they will ask you to go through the step by step procedure what you do. Okay, so you can walk you through whatever I have mentioning here. First, okay, we'll be creating a VNet 1, and within a VNet 1 we'll be creating a separate subnet called gateway subnet, because if at all if you wanted to create a VPN gateways, we should be having a separate subnet called gateway subnet. And then after, we'll be creating a VPN gateway and we'll be attaching to the VNet 1. This is the for the VNet 1 configuration. Same thing we'll do the same for the VNet 2. Create a VNet 2. Okay, and same way create a gateway subnet, and then attach, create a VPN gateway. Okay, so this till here we have done. Okay, after this, okay, just go to the connections, and there, okay, you can choose the connection type as a connection type as VNet to VNet. Okay, then after, select both the VPN gateways and create a shared key and click on OK. So this is a high level, procedure, okay, to create this particular VNet to VNet configuration. Okay, so just try to recall all these things or whatever we discussed. I'm repeating once again because multiple times. Okay, so whenever if you are attending for an interviews, okay, you should be remembering all these step by step procedures. First, create a VNet 1, create a gateway subnet, and create a VPN gateway. This for the VNet 1. Same way for the VNet 2, and gateway subnet and create a VPN gateway, and go to the connection, choose the connection type as a VNet to VNet, and select both the VPN gateways and create a once pass some shared key and click on OK. Okay, so these are high level steps, okay, for creating this particular VNet to VNet, and these are all we discussed about within a Azure virtual network connectivity models. Now let me jump back to this particular additional topics like a site to site. Okay, site to site configuration or site to site VPN, I would say. Okay, let me come back here, and I would say site to site VPN Azure, and we will be navigated to this particular documentation here. And here you could see create site to site connection in Azure portal. So we generally create a site to site connection if at all if you wanted to establish the connectivity between your on-premises network to Azure network. I'm repeating again, this site to site connection we use if at all if you wanted to establish the connection between your on-premises network, that is your on-premises data center network, to Azure network. Okay, the process what we discussed about the VNet to VNet is completely same as site to site. Okay, here if you see, okay, let me try to compare these two images. Copy image, I'll open a new paint. Okay, so I'll put it here and I'll go back here. I'll quickly compare both the things so that it will be easy for you. And let me put it here. Okay, fine. So now if you see, the above below one is like VNet to VNet which we have done, and the above one is like site to site configuration. Okay, if you see on a Azure side, okay, for the VNet to VNet, okay, let's say I'll name some names for this one. Okay, let it be. So if you think on a Azure level, okay, so we're performing the same thing for the both VNet to VNet, site to site. First what we are doing, we're getting a VNet and we're and okay, okay, so for the both the VNet to VNet, okay, we are performing the same thing on Azure. And an additional thing, okay, here instead of you creating additional VPN gateway, here what we are doing is, okay, we are creating a local network gateway. Okay, once again I'm repeating, the only difference between VNet to VNet and site to site is, here instead of you creating another VNet and virtual network gateway, here we are creating a local network gateway. This local network gateway will be creating using your on-premises VPN public IP. Okay, so for your on-premises VPN, okay, you might be having certain public IP. Let's say for here, so when I'm creating a VPN here, let me come back. I'll go back to this. So while I'm creating a VPN gateways, I have created one public IP also. Okay, if you see here, so this is my VPN gateway one, and for this VPN gateway, I have created a public IP. Same as for your on-premises VPN also, you will be having a separate private public IP. So I would see some message here. Okay, is my voice not clear for others also?
No, Ramakrishna, it's clear. I can. It's pitch perfect actually.
Okay, maybe
I think it's
Karthik
with
just
Karthik.
quickly, yeah, yeah, quickly, quit and resign back. Oh, it is for Vasi also. Let me try switch back to my Wi-Fi. I was on. I'm audible now. Cutting in and long time. Oh, okay. Hope I am audible now. Can I get the confirmation, please? Hello. Yeah, great. Okay, fine. So let me walk you through here. Okay, for creating a site-to-site connectivity, we'll be not able to perform the labs because we do not have any site-to-site connectivity. But I want you to practice VNet to VNet. Site-to-site is same as like a VNet to VNet. Instead of creating additional this particular VPN gateway, here we'll be creating a local network gateway, and this local network gateway will be creating using your on-premises VPN public IP. So this on-premises VPN public IP will be provided by your network team. So when you raise a request, and once you have these two, same as like I will go to the connections and will choose the connectivity type as a site to site. So if I come back here, so if I go click on connections here again, let's say I'll go to the connections again, connection, and here if I click on create a connection, okay, so let's say here the connection type, okay, earlier I chosen as a VNet to VNet, right? So this time I can choose the site to site. Okay, site to site connectivity is majorly used to establish the connectivity between your on-premises network to Azure network. Remember it. And this particular connection will be like a via internet, and this here, okay, will be using IPsec tunnel, okay, for encrypting your data. Okay, so this is high level about creating a site to site connection. Okay, so let me quickly walk you through the document here. Okay, so create a site to site connection. VNet to VNet and site to site, okay, both are same. So as part of labs, we cannot perform the site to site because we do not have any on-premises setup for the testing. So for that reason, I strongly recommend you to go through the VNet to VNet so that you will be able, get the familiarity with creating a site to site also. Here in addition, here we are creating a local network gateway. Let's say how do we create a local network gateway here. Okay, I'll go ahead and create add here, and let's say local network gateway. Okay, so this is also one of the gateway, but it is very simple. This gateway, okay, will be creating using your on-premises VPN. Let's say I'll say on-prem VPN. I would say just on-prem VPN. Okay, so here I need to specify the IP. So let's say whatever we have it here, I'll choose the same IP. So I'm under this particular site-to-site configuration page, and here is, you could see create a local network gateway. So let's come back down here. If you see, they have given certain certain IP here, like a 4.3.2.1. I'll come back here. I would say 4.3.2.1. Okay, so here you could say on-prem VPN site one, something like that also. And if at all, if you wanted to give certain IP, address space, okay, for accessing this for on-premise VPN, you can give that. And if at all, if you wanted to configure the BGP settings, you can go with it. Otherwise, okay, so I can go ahead and with the remaining defaults as the settings, and I can simply click on create. So now I'm done with creating this particular VPN local network gateway. Once you're done with these two, okay, so once you go to the creating the connection here, so here when you choose the connection type as a site to site, here it will ask you virtual network gateway and local network gateway. Earlier when you go with the VNet to VNet, so it was asking you for the VNet 1 and VNet virtual network gateway 1 or virtual network gateway 2. But here instead of virtual network gateway 2, we are creating giving a local network gateway and will be passing the SAID key, right? So once you're done with this, okay, so you need to perform some more settings on your local VPN gateway. So that is okay. The shared key you have to pass and you have to create a separate tunnel for that. Okay, for that, okay, just go through this document. But on a high level steps, we do the same thing for both VNet to VNet and site to site. Okay, so let me come back to my portal and let me quickly validate these configurations. Let me come back here. And if you see here, these particular VPN gateways are still in progress. Okay, uh, if I go to this particular VPN gateway, let me go to the deployments to check the configuration. And I think both are succeeded. Good. Go to the overview, and I would see both the VPN gateways are created. Okay, this is my VPN gateway 1, and here you could see it is already created. And if I come back to my VPN gateway 2, and yes, okay, this is also created. Nice. So let me go ahead and establish the connectivity now. So I can directly go back to this particular VPN gateway itself. Under this particular VPN gateway 1, this is my VPN gateway 1. Okay, that means this is the one, VPN gateway 1. Okay, so here, okay, I have an option called connections from here also under my settings. Okay, so here I can click on add a connection, and here I can just give some name. Let's say I would say VNet 1 to VNet 2, and I can choose the connection type as a site VNet to VNet. And if you see here, since I'm already in a VPN gateway, first VPN gateway 1, VNet, so this is how okay we can set here both here. And if you see here, this particular VPN gateways are still in progress. Okay, uh, if I go to this particular VPN gateway, let me go to the deployments to check the configuration, and I think both are succeeded. Good. Go to the overview, and I would see both the VPN gateways are created. Okay, this is my VPN gateway 1, and here you could see it is already created. And if I come back to my VPN gateway 2, and yes, okay, this is also created. Nice. So let me go ahead and establish the connectivity now. So I can directly go back to this particular VPN gateway itself. Under this particular VPN gateway 1, this is my VPN gateway 1. Okay, that means this is the one, VPN gateway 1. Okay, so here, okay, I have an option called connections from here also under my settings. Okay, so here I can click on add a connection, and here I can just give some name. Let's say I would say VNet1 to VNet2, and I can choose the connection type as a site VNet to VNet. And if you see here, since I'm already in a VPN gateway, first VPN gateway one, it is default selected, and here I need to choose the second VPN gateway, and this is my second VPN gateway. And here okay, I need to pass certain a key. Let's say here I'll say oh, it is default selected, and here I need to choose the second VPN gateway. Password is said key you have to pass, and you have to create a separate tunnel for that. Okay, for that okay, just go through this document, but on a high level steps we do the same thing for both VNet to VNet and site to site. Okay, so let me come back to my portal and let me quickly validate these configurations. Let me come back here, and if you see here, this particular VPN gateways are still in progress. Okay, uh, if I go to this particular VPN gateway, let me go to the deployments to check the configuration, and I think both are succeeded. Good. Go to the overview, and I would see both the VPN gateways are created. Okay, this is my VPN gateway one, and here you could see it is already created. And if I come back to my VPN gateway two, and yes, okay, this is also created. Nice. So let me go ahead and establish the connectivity now. So I can directly go back to this particular VPN gateway itself. Under this particular VPN gateway one, this is my VPN gateway one. Okay, that means this is the one VPN gateway one. Okay, so here okay, I have an option called connections from here also under my settings. Okay, so here I can click on add a connection, and here I can just give some name. Let's say I would say VNet1 to VNet2, and I can choose the connection type as a site VNet to VNet. And if you see here, since I'm already in a VPN gateway, first VPN gateway one, it is default selected, and here I need to choose the second VPN gateway, and this is my second VPN gateway. And here okay, I need to pass certain a key. Let's say here I'll say password at the rate of 123. Okay, and the rest of the details I'm going with the default. Oh, it is giving error saying that you were to use your virtual network connection, it must be associated with a virtual network gateway. I think it is not yet fully created. Okay, I'm getting the address space utilized by your selected gateway overlaps. Oh, this is the problem. I told you right. Okay, whenever we create a certain connectivities, the IP address should not be overlapping. And if you see clearly here, both the VPN gateways IP addresses are overlapping. Okay, so overlapping prefixes 10.0./16. Same way with the VNet 2 gateway. So 10.0.0/16. Okay, it should not be overlapping. This is one of the prerequisites. Yesterday Ravi was asking, right? Okay, what are the scenarios? Okay, it will be failing. This is the scenario. The IP should not be overlapping. So it's my bad. So I'll go ahead and quickly delete the VPN gateway too to avoid the cost. So this is how okay we can set up the connection. And once you set up the connection, maybe you can test the connectivity. Okay, so by creating a VMs here. So for now, let me delete the VNet to VPN gateway configuration here. Fine. So now quickly, let me quickly discuss about one more connectivity model, that is site to site, point to site. I'm sorry, point to site VPN. Okay. So I think okay, you're good with the VNet to VNet and side to side, right? VNet to VNet, okay, will establish the connectivity between two networks within Azure, and whereas side to side, okay, will be establishing the connectivity between your on-premises network to Azure network by using this particular IPsec tunnel. But here we'll be creating a VPN gateway on Azure side. We'll be creating a local network gateway for your on-premises VPN. Okay, so let me minimize this. Okay, for setting up the site to site also, I can go to the I'll quickly show here because I have a local network gateway. I'll go to the connection. We cannot test the connection because it's not a valid connection. I'll simply say site to site. Okay, here the connectivity type I can choose the site to site, and here okay I will be choosing the local network gateway. This VPN gateway is default selected. So for a local network gateway, I have selected local network gateway. Here I have to give the password. I'm just taking it as a password as a 123 as a shared key, but you have within your organization you will be using the unique string. And here okay, I can go with the rest of the details as a defaults, and I can just click on okay. And with this okay, your site to site connection will be established. At this moment, we cannot test it because this is not a valid on-premises VPN public IP. Okay, so this is about pretty much about this particular VNet to VNet and site to site. Let me quickly give some glimpse about this particular point to site. And today I want you to do this configuration. And if at all if you got stuck somewhere, I'll. Why do we use the point to site? Okay, let me quickly walk you through here. In a private mode, valid local network gateway. Here I have to give the password. I'm just taking it as a password as a 123 as a shared key, but you have within your organization you will be using the unique string VPN Azure valid. I'll quickly show here because I have a local network gateway. I'll go to the connection. We cannot test the connection because it's not a valid connection. I'll simply say site to site. Okay, here the connectivity type I can choose the site to site, and here okay I will be choosing the local network gateway. This VPN gateway is default selected. So for a local network gateway, I have selected local network gateway. Here I have to give the password. I'm just taking it as a password as a 123 as a shared key, but you have within your organization you will be using the unique string. And here okay I can go with the rest of the details as a defaults, and I can just click on okay. And with this okay your site to site connection will be established. At this moment we cannot test it because this is not a valid on premises VPN public IP. Okay, so this is about pretty much about this particular VNet to VNet and site to site. Let me quickly give some glimpse about this particular point to site, and today I want you to do this configuration. And if at all if you got stuck somewhere, I'll help you out okay tomorrow by starting our session. Okay, let me come back here. So I would say point to site VPN Azure. Okay, so why do we use the point to site? Okay, let me quickly walk you through here. Okay, so this point to site connection okay will be establishing from a specific server or a specific client. Let's say if at all if you wanted to connect to Azure network from your laptop in a private mode, okay, we can set up this particular point to site connection. Okay, we get a scenarios also. Let's say I'll walk you through one real-time use case. Let's say there is a server, okay, so which is like client server, and the users from the users within that organization should connect to Azure network privately only from that particular server, not from entire network. I'm repeating again. Let's say once one more time. I have a client mission, and from that client mission I wanted to connect to my virtual missions in a privately. Okay, I need to connect to virtual mission using private IP instead of public IP. Okay, so whenever you create a virtual missions on a VNet, right? Okay, we'll be connecting using public IP. So if at all if you wanted to use connect using private IP and from a specific client remote or a specific computer or specific server, okay, in those scenarios, okay, we'll be creating this particular point to site configuration. And here the authentication will happen using the certificates. Okay, so we need to generate the certificates, okay, to establish particular point to site configuration. Okay, so on Azure side we do the same thing. Okay, we'll create a VNet, and we'll be creating a separate subnet called gateway subnet, and we'll be creating a VPN gateway. Everything will do the same, but in addition to that, we'll be generating the certificates on your local system, and this certificate information will be exchanging with this particular VPN gateway, and later we'll be downloading the VPN and will be connecting to the VPN. Okay, let me quickly walk you through the steps here. I think this is the one. Yeah, here you could see. So we can connect from any one of the personal computer, or maybe any one of the even a server or a local computer anywhere. Even from a local computer also, I can set up this particular point to set configuration. So let's say, uh, just a second, let me open a new window. I would say point to set VPN. Okay, I'll go to the Microsoft document again. Yeah, here it is. So configuring the point to set VPN connection to a virtual VNet using a native Azure certificate authentication. So here the authentication will happen using the certificates. So let me quickly walk you through here. So this is what we are going to do. And here you could see we are passing the root based. And on your local system, you need to generate two certificates. Okay, if I come down. So these are the prerequisites, okay, which we have already have the subscription and other stuff. We have the VNet also, and we'll be having a VNet a virtual network gateway also. Okay, I'm not going to create them again. And here we need to generate a certificate on your local system. Okay, for generating the certificates, we'll be generating two certificates. One is root certificate, one more is a client certificate. Okay, so from your Windows 10 operating system, if at all if you wanted to see generate a certificate, okay, you can go through this document. Okay, one second, I'll open in a new window. So these are the steps, okay, you need to follow, okay, for creating a self-signed certificate. Okay, here you could see you just simply need to copy these commands and execute it. Just follow the procedure, and once you have the both the certificates, okay, you will be exporting those certificates and will be storing in a separate folder. Okay, so this is how, okay, these two certificates will be generating. One is like a root certificate, one more is like a child certificate. Okay, to generate those certificates you can follow the above PowerShell commands, and once you're done with these two, you just export those certificates. And once you're done with exporting the certificates, again you will come back to this particular VPN gateway, and within a VPN gateway you will be having an option called point to set configuration. So here if I navigate to the VPN gateway, this is the VPN gateway, right? So here I went to the connection to set up this particular site to site. Now if at all if I wanted to have a point to site, I can go here and I click on this particular configuration. I need to give the certain IP, and here we will be choosing the tunnel type because this is the tunnel that I'm going to download. And authentication type, these are the three types of authentication types we have, but at this moment we are going with the Azure certificate. Okay, and when you click on the Azure certificate, here you need to give the certificate name and the certificate entire data. Like here, okay, you could see the data, right? When you open a certificate, okay, the certificate will be looks like this. Okay, this data you need to copy and put it here in this place. And once you've done this, okay, just click on save. After you saving, okay, we need to download this particular VPN gateway, VPN client. Okay, I'll show you here. Okay, so yeah, here we go. So you will pass this particular information, root certificate information, and you will save it. After you saving, okay, you have to download this particular VPN. So once you download this VPN, you will be connected to this VPN, and it will be shown here under your networking tab. Okay, like how you connect to your office VPNs, right? Same as like you will be creating this particular VPN. And once you're done with this, okay, for testing the connectivity, what you will do is, okay, from your local system, okay, you can directly connect to that particular virtual network as a private connection. Okay, let's say, let me quickly try high level steps here again. Okay, so let's say this is like a point to set configuration. Point to set, I would say VPN. Okay, so here, okay, what I'm doing, I'm creating a VNet on Azure. Okay, so for this VNet, sharing my screen. Second thing, okay, here on your local network, let's say this is your packet information will be exchanging it. One should patient. Okay, so maybe packet information will be high level steps here again. Okay, so let's say this is like a point to set configuration. Point to set, I would say VPN. Okay, so here, okay, what I'm doing, I'm creating a VNet on Azure. Okay, so for this VNet, again, I'm creating a VPN gateway. Okay, this is what I'm doing here on my Azure. And the second thing, okay, here on your local network, let's say this is your local computer. I'll take a different coloring here. Let's say this is your local computer. Okay, from your personal computer also you can achieve this. And here what I'm doing is, okay, I'm generating the two certificates. Okay, one is like a root certificate, one more is like a child certificate. Okay, so this certificate information I'm exchanging with this particular VPN gateway. Okay, so this particular certificate information will be exchanging it. Once you're done with this, okay, we'll be downloading the separate VPN. Okay, so we'll be downloading the separate VPN. So this VPN will install on our local system and will be connecting to this particular VNet. Let's say I'll say this is a VNet one. Let's say here I have a couple of servers. Okay, let's say server one, server two, that is VMs. Okay, all let's say I have multiple VMs. Okay, under this particular VNets, so I can directly connect to these VMs from my local system using private IP. I don't need a public IP connection because I'm directly able to access this particular VNet privately from my local system or personal computer. Okay, that is the advantage of point to site VPN configuration. Okay, so maybe probably you just try to do it. I'll just save this particular specific document. If at all, if you're not able to do it, yeah, anyways, okay, we'll see this tomorrow once again. Okay, we'll start seeing this point to site. In addition to that, okay, we'll also see the express route configuration. So this express route also is in one of the to set up the connectivity from your on-premises network to Azure. Okay, so we have a two connectivity models, express route and site to site. Okay, to have a connectivity from your on-premises network to Azure. And what is the scenario we go with the site to site, and what is the scenario we go with the express route? We'll discuss in detail tomorrow. And these are the high-level connectivity models we have in Azure. And if you are able to perform these, and if you are able to explain, you are very good in a networking part. Okay. In addition to that, okay, we have a few more concepts that is like let's say NIC, network interface. We have a NSG, network security group. We have like public IP. Okay, we also have like a network watcher. So these are the topics. Okay, we'll discuss maybe on Monday. So today is a Friday, right? So tomorrow I'll be taking a session, and tomorrow we'll try to finish this rest of the topics. And once we're done with this, remaining these topics, okay, we'll be finishing on Monday. And with this, okay, we are almost done with the virtual network topics. Fine. So for today, I want you to do VNet to VNet VPN configuration and point to site configuration. Site to site you will be not able to do because you do not have a on-premises setup. Okay. These two practice for today. I'll be sharing the document. If at all, if you have any questions, we'll see tomorrow. And I will be stopping it here. If you have any question, I can quickly answer. If not, let's catch up tomorrow. Okay. I'll take it as a no. Please practice it without fail because it is very, very important. And you being as Azure administrator, you have to configure these particular settings, okay, within your organization, okay, upon the requirements. Okay, so